Get ready for football fanatics, because the kickoff time for the Badgers Notre Dame game at Lambeau has been officially announced by UW. This is the first game for the Badgers at Lambeau since 2016, and it is set to kick off at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, September 6th, and you can catch every play live on NBC 26. This matchup is stacked, building on the history of these two programs and setting the stage for an incredible season.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Looking ahead to the entire 2026 schedule, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish have released their home football game times, and the lineup is looking absolutely massive. We are talking about a gauntlet of matchups, starting with Wisconsin at Lambeau Field on September 6th at 7 p.m. ET, followed by a showdown against Rice on September 12th, and then a night game against Michigan State on September 19th. This schedule is packed with high-stakes action across the season. But the excitement doesn't stop there, because the Miami Hurricanes are locking in their rematch with Notre Dame, and the kickoff time has been set for November 7th. This crucial matchup in South Bend, Indiana, is bringing back the stars like Mark Fletcher Jr. and Malachi Toney for Miami, while Notre Dame brings back quarterback C.J. Carr. This is a battle for supremacy, and you will not want to miss this intense clash. And to top it all off, Notre Dame football is leaning hard into the spotlight with at least 4 primetime night games announced for the upcoming season. We're talking about kickoff times for Michigan State, Miami, and SMU all at 7:30 p.m. in South Bend, alongside the Wisconsin game. These night games are going to be unforgettable, so stick with us right here to follow every development in this massive football season. The kickoff time for the upcoming Badgers versus Notre Dame football game at Lambeau Field has been officially announced. Wisconsin University confirmed on Thursday that the next season's matchup will commence at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, September 6th. The game is scheduled to be broadcast on NBC 26. This contest holds significance as it marks the Badgers' first game at Lambeau since 2016, a season highlighted by a significant upset victory over number 5 LSU, which concluded with an 11-3 record and a Cotton Bowl win. The rivalry between Wisconsin and Notre Dame has a history, with their last meeting occurring in 2021, when the Fighting Irish secured a 41-13 victory over the Badgers at Soldier Field in Chicago. Notre Dame Fighting Irish home football game schedules for the 2026 season have been officially released, offering fans a detailed roadmap for the upcoming fall football season. The schedule kicks off on September 6th with a matchup against Wisconsin at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, as part of the Shamrock Series. This opening game, featuring Notre Dame as the home team despite the Badgers playing in Madison, is set for 7 p.m. ET. Following that, the Fighting Irish will host Rice in South Bend on September 12th at 3:30 p.m. ET, followed by a night game against Michigan State on the same day at 7:30 p.m. ET. The initial stretch features 3 consecutive home games, 2 of which will be played on campus. The road schedule begins with trips to Purdue on September 28th and North Carolina on October 3rd. The team will return home to face Stanford on October 10th at 3:30 p.m. ET. The road schedule continues with contests against BYU on October 17th and Navy on October 31st, with a bye week scheduled between those matchups. A significant highlight on the road is the upcoming game against Miami, FL, on November 7th at 7:30 p.m. ET, touted as a potential grudge match following last year's college football playoff outcomes. The home stretch concludes with a game against Boston College on November 14th at 3:30 p.m. ET, leading to the final home game of the regular season against SMU on November 21st at 7:30 p.m. ET. The regular season will officially wrap up with a game against Syracuse on November 28th. Fans can follow ongoing coverage of Notre Dame news and analysis via at Irish Wire ND on X and their Facebook page. The Miami Hurricanes have announced the date and time for their highly anticipated rematch against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. following a significant home victory over Notre Dame that propelled Miami to the college football playoff, while the Irish were eliminated from bowl contention. This upcoming contest is set to be equally pivotal. NBC confirmed on Thursday that the matchup will take place in South Bend, Indiana, on November 7th at 7:30 p.m. The rematch pits two of the nation's top programs against each other. Miami will bring back key talent, including stars Mark Fletcher Jr. and Malachi Toney, alongside standout quarterback Darian Mensah and defensive end Damon Wilson II. Notre Dame is also fielding a strong squad, featuring star quarterback C.J. Carr, who made his starting debut against Miami last year, and top cornerback Leonard Moore. Both teams will be missing some key players from the previous close encounter. Miami will be missing defensive ends Ruben Bain Jr. and Akeem Mesidor, who were first-round NFL draft picks, while Notre Dame will be missing running backs Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. This November game marks the 28th matchup between the two programs. Historically, the Hurricanes hold a 9-17-1 record against Notre Dame, though they have secured the last two victories between the two teams. Notre Dame boasts a dominant 9-1 record against Miami in South Bend. The Hurricanes' only road victory against Notre Dame occurred back in 1984. Notre Dame football is ramping up its spotlight presence for the upcoming season, featuring at least 4 primetime night games. The Fighting Irish will kick off their 2026 campaign under the lights at Lambeau Field against Wisconsin on September 6th at 7:30 p.m. The team has released its home schedule kickoff times on Thursday, May 7th, confirming that games against Michigan State, Miami, and SMU will all begin at 7:30 p.m. in South Bend. Kickoff times for away games remain to be determined, including matchups against BYU, North Carolina, and Navy at Gillette Stadium. The schedule indicates a significant number of high-profile matchups. Key scheduled games include a 7:30 p.m. contest against Wisconsin on September 6th, a 7:30 p.m. game against Michigan State on September 19th, and a 7:30 p.m. game against Miami on November 7th, all broadcast on NBC Peacock. Notre Dame enters the season following a 10-2 campaign, which saw the team controversially excluded from the 12-team college football playoff and the decision to forego a bowl season. On the coaching side, C.J. Carr has returned under center for Marcus Freeman's team, tasked with replacing the running back depth previously provided by Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. Other notable developments include Syracuse hiring a top Notre Dame assistant for a key football oversight role, and the promotion of a former Notre Dame star quarterback into a first-of-its-kind position within Fighting Irish athletics. The full schedule shows a mix of primetime and afternoon matchups throughout the fall, with games against Rice, Stanford, Boston College, and SMU also slated for the schedule.